Hello and welcome to Low Budget Gaming and welcome to another first Descendant video. So another Valby build video. This time we are using the Singing Water Transcendent module. So this is another non-crit build, but the main thing here is that the laundry status on the enemy can be stacked up to 50 times. So this can be insanely powerful. So I'll just quickly show you the differences with the supply moisture we had earlier in the last video, and then you can decide whether you prefer this or you prefer the supply moisture. Now supply moisture is mostly about the gun use. This one here is about skill use. So as usual, first skill, you'll hit them, you will do a bunch of damage. If they stand in the water, they'll take continuous damage in the puddle. However, now you can stack the laundry. You can see we have 6 stacks here on this guy, 7, 8, 9. You can go all the way up to 50. As you know, with laundry, it will reduce their defense against electric and non-attribute and things like that. They also slow them down. So you can stack them and do a ton of damage to enemies, especially good against elites and other bosses without having to use the weapon. So this is the main difference here with the Singing Water Transcendent module. So first skill is more or less the same. Second skill is again similar. You have the plop plop. Depending on the number of enemies, if you knock down a lot of enemies, you will get instant cooldown on your second skill. You will tow all of them together, and then again, if they're standing, they'll take the damage. And you can see again multiple. You have 14 stacks of laundry over here, and so you will do a lot of damage this way by stacking the damage. Now the main change comes with the third skill and the fourth skill as well, but let's talk about the third skill. So third skill, you go into this liquefied state where she gets on like a surfboard and she moves around. She gets a movement speed increase, incoming damage reduction. You also have continuous damage from the water wave, basically the water that you put on the ground where the enemies will be affected. Now remember the MP effects that I mentioned in one of the earlier videos. If you have more MP, you will do more damage. The target number here is 650. You don't have to get 650, but try to get as much MP as you can. Increase it from the Ancestors module if you can. You can use Enlightenment and things like that. So 650 is the number that will give you the maximum stuff here. So yeah, so that is basically how this goes. So you press the third skill and it has a very long duration. Now the enemies are getting hit and they'll be taking damage. You can also use your first skill. You can use your second skill in this third state, and you can also use your fourth skill. So you can use all your skills. As for the grapple, you can also use the grapple. Currently it's bugged. It's a known issue. It is expected to be fixed in the next patch, whenever that is, probably this Thursday, 1.3.31. So they mentioned that you can use the grapple as well. So basically, besides using weapons, you can use everything while you are in your third state. Okay, so that is your third skill. And again, you are putting in the stacks of the laundry up to 50. So you can see you're doing continuous damage insanely fast as well. So that is the third skill. And the fourth skill is again your Singing Water, the ultimate, where you can shoot continuously. And basically with this one, you will keep doing damage based on the number of stacks of laundry. So you will put laundry by using this, but if you already have stacks of laundry, you'll start with a higher damage basically. So once again, so you have some laundry stacks here. Let's say we have 10 or something I see here. Then you take this out and you just spray them with your water here. And there you go. You can just increase the damage and just do insane amounts of damage here. So yeah, you can adjust the cooldown depending on your stats, but yeah, you can see we are doing a lot of damage here. So yeah, so that is how this works. So those are your 4 skills for the Singing Water. Now for the build itself, this is a non-crit build, so we will be using things like focus on non-attribute or power increase in my case, because I thought this would be a better balance. So power increase, you can also use focus on non-attribute if you wanted the extra cooldown. Focus on fusion, non-attribute amplification, fusion amplification. Again, because this is not crit, non-crit, we are using these two. MP conversion, nimble fingers for the cooldown, one range mod, enlightenment for extra MP, increased HP just to give you more survivability and make it comfortable. And then for the ancestors module, I've gone with the range, duration, fusion, skill power. Now, ideally, you want MP, you want fusion power, and you can go with cooldown. If you get all those three, I think for my build here, those three would be fantastic. It will lower my cooldown. Cooldown isn't that important here, at least while I'm using this build, but cooldown will be useful. So fusion power, max MP. Those are the two more important things that you want over here. We are getting plenty of non-attribute from the Peacemaker we have in hand, as well as the Enlightened Mage set. So that is not an issue here. And of course, we also have the non-attribute amplification. So plenty of non-attribute. So we want fusion instead over here. All the skills are fusion type. They have changed all her archetype for the skills to fusion. So non-attribute and fusion is the build over here. All right, so on to the reactor, we have, hang on, forgot about the trigger module. So the trigger module is the infiltration mechanism. This is the new one. And the way this works is when you use a status conversion skill, which is the third skill, you can see the status conversion is highlighted in red, and you do damage, it inflicts something called interfusion on the target. And then when you attack a target with interfusion, with the ground dot skill, you do extra damage. So skill 1 is ground dot, skill 2 is ground dot, skill 3 itself is ground dot. So basically, if you do this and you hit them, you're doing the interfusion. They already have interfusion now. Now you hit them, you get some extra damage. So this is how the trigger module works with this one. Okay. So that is the trigger module. Again, this works with MP. So MP is important. Try to have more MP if you can. And onto the reactor, we have the materialized mixture reactor. So non-attribute fusion, and you want cooldown and fusion power boost ratio on your reactor. For the external component, we have the Enlightened Mage set. So here are the 4 pieces and their stats. Again, it's the standard MP rows that we want here. And there we go. So these are the 4 pieces. Arche Tuning, I've kept it like this. So we have the skills over here, MP recovery, skills in the middle. We have the range, we have the enhanced skill power, take the MP and the cooldown. We come up here, we take all the skills here. I've gone with defense neutralization because we are getting the non-attribute reduction with the laundry. So you can take something else as well here. But in this case, I think the mutant cell isn't as important. So I went with something like defense neutralization so that it helps your teammates out as well when you're playing in a public setup. It'll reduce the defense and the resistances to various elements. And then for the remaining nodes, we take the MP. So more MP is always good. I don't have a lot, but we still have about 450 MP. Try to see if you can get up to 650 if you get MP on your ancestors module. I don't have a single ancestors with MP on it, as you can see. So yeah, so if I can do a decent job with this build without any MP, any extra MP, 200 MP short, then yeah, if you get MP on your ancestors module, you put enlightenment. And if you are brave, you can also go with that mod we have that converts our HP to MP. The HP conversion, is it? What is it? Where did I see it here? This one. So if you put this one here, you will get 531, but you will be very squishy. So try, see whichever works for you. I found the build to be doing a decent job even without the extra MP. So I'm just managing until I get something on the ancestors module. If you get something good there, it'll just be a more balanced setup. So yeah, so that is the Arche Tuning and all of that. Inversion Reinforcement. We want more MP as usual, so we'll go with selective neurostimulation. We want to reduce the incoming damage with deploy hardened shell. And then for the final one, you can take, well, actually, if I take focus boost, it might be better. So you can take this. If you're using the whirlwind, you can go with this. So yeah, this is flexible. For the dog, we have the MP fellow. And for the weapon, we have the Peacemaker, because again, we get non-attribute skill power. This is again just a stat stick, so you don't need to build this. I like to put sprint speed or grapple, cooldown, things like that, just to make my life a bit more comfortable. But yeah, you just need to hold this, use your skills. You'll get the 5 stacks of the single reload for peace whenever you use the dimension or fusion skills. So we are using fusion skills. We'll get the single reload for peace, 5 stacks. This will give us extra non-attribute power. So if you want to see over here, we have 85.4% non-attribute power. We will get 3 stacks from here and 5 stacks from here. So we do this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from the gun. And now we are at 212% non-attribute power. Yeah, so that is basically, and then you are stacking all the laundry and they are losing the resistance to non-attribute, things like that. So you'll do a fantastic job. So yeah, so that is the simple Valby build for Singing Water. I'll leave you with the footage of a couple of missions. I found it to be very close to the Supply Moisture in terms of performance. It just depends whether you want to use a gun in case of the Supply Moisture, or if you just prefer using skills most of the time. So yeah, so I'll leave you with the footage, and I still have to test out some of the other builds because I was checking one of the other ones, Spiral Tidal Wave or something, and both of them seemed pretty good. We also have the hydro pressure, so we may end up with 4 or 5 Valby builds at this rate. But anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching. See you next time.
Descendant, a large cluster of breach creatures has been detected in the area. Breach creature response confirmed. Inbound to location.
Here I go. This one's for you.
Picking up void mutant signals. Be careful. Vulgus special assault ship identified. Descendant, Vulgus comms traffic is increasing at your location. It looks like Legion of Breach troops have been deployed.
Whoosh. Watch out for the blast. This one's for you.
Picking up void mutant signals. Be careful. Vulgus special assault ship identified.
This one's for you. Here I go.
Descendant, requesting takedown of enemy assault ship.
Watch out for that.
Picking up void mutant signals. Be careful.
Watch out for the blast. Here I go. Watch out for the blast. This one's for you.
Breach follower squad approaching in encircling formation. Respond immediately.
This one's for you.
Vulgus special assault ship spotted.
This one's for you. Here I go.
Descendant, primary tactical objective confirmed in Operation Zone. Please take it out.
Here I go. This one's for you.
Initiating the underwater base search operation, Descendant. Multiple Vulgus signals detected in the operation zone. Proceed with caution.
Watch out for the blast. Here I
disarmed. Descendant, proceed inside.
Watch out! Flash! Here I go! Slide! Get sprayed! This one's for you!
Descendant, destroy the device up ahead. Multiple Vulgus approaching from the front. Neutralize them.
Want playtime! Here I go! Watch out! Flash! Here I go! Watch out! Flash!
We're detecting multiple Vulgus signals.
This one's for you! Watch out! Flash! This one's for you! Watch out! Flash! This one's for you! Watch out! Flash! So annoying!
You need to use your hover bike from here on out. Descendant, massive energy signal detected inside the laboratory. Be careful.
This one's for you! Watch out! Flash! This one's for you!
Operation complete. Great job, Descendant.